How can you like someone so much, so intensely, so passionately, and feel bad at the same time? If you don't know me, my name is Andrea and I'm a love and relationship coach for single women looking for love. Now, one of my clients came to me with that exact same question. She couldn't understand. She was dating this guy for around 3 months or so, and she had the most incredible, over-the-top, exciting, orgasmic sex. I mean, it just blew her mind. But at the same time, he was seeing other women. He wasn't committed to her. And this is what I've noticed, a pattern. The women who come to me who are feeling very confused, in emotional turmoil, suffering from low self-esteem about themselves, the common things I found is that they're really into a guy, not just into him, it's like they're addicted. And you may not know this, but when you as a woman experience not just great sex, but orgasmic sex, that you experience orgasm, your body releases a chemical called oxytocin, and that literally bonds you to that guy. And it may make you think that you love him. And it's such an intense and overwhelming, powerful feeling. And if he's not compatible for you in other ways, which I'll talk about in a moment, you'll still be very intensely attracted to him. And this was the exact same situation that one of my clients was going through. In fact, I've been through this in the past, so I know what the emotional roller coaster can be like. So if you're in one of those situations where you feel this intense attraction and you don't want to let him go, and part of the reason why you don't want to let him go is that you're fixed on having a future with him. And maybe you've asked him the question, where's this going? Now, I've found that to be a common question that my clients have asked. And the reason they've asked that is that they're feeling unstable, they're feeling insecure, they're not feeling safe. Because when you're in a committed relationship, when you know that, when it's been discussed, when it's been on the table, it's clear, you as a woman will feel safe and secure with the right guy. When that isn't happening, you can become confused, you can be upset, you start to call your girlfriends and you're talking more and like, what's going on? You're having more discussions with him, or maybe you've shut down, you won't even have the discussion. Why? Because you're so scared that it might end. You've seen your future with this guy, you've seen the marriage, you've seen the children, it has to be him. And you're willing to put aside the more important things. Now, this brings up an interesting question about what is love, and that could be a whole nother video. But I'm wondering, if you're in this situation, how many relationships have you had in the past? Do you understand the difference between sexual attraction and love? I mean, it's said that love comes over time, although people do say there's love at first sight. But I want you to be aware when you're feeling that intense chemistry, and that's another word I hear my clients say, is that they want to feel this chemistry. There's so much chemistry, it's so amazing. And at the same time, they feel miserable because they know they're not in a committed relationship and it's desperately what they want. There's another situation though where this has happened. A girlfriend of mine, again, incredible sex, and things were great with this guy, but then he lost his job. And since then, over the last year, he's been drinking more, hasn't got another job yet, smoking lots of weed. He started to put her down. He started to say things like, it's difficult to find a woman who's a number 10. She gets upset, of course, who wouldn't? And then he'll backtrack and say, it's only a joke, can't you take a joke? And you know something isn't quite right, especially when someone puts it back onto you. It's called a backhanded compliment or backhanded criticism. So that's why you can feel good, because you're getting those juicy hormones. They are feel-good hormones, the oxytocin from great sex. But the other side of things just aren't right. Maybe you're fundamentally incompatible when it comes to conversation, perhaps. Maybe you really don't have the same shared values. Now, it begs the question, why did you get together with this guy in the first place? One thing I've noticed, having a background in psychology and hypnotherapist, is that I discover in their subconscious mind that there's a base of insecurity, that on some level they believe that they're not good enough, that they think something's wrong with them. And their idea of love is this mismatch, this messiness, this confusion. It's what they know. Oftentimes, in fact, more often than not, it's related to their history, it's related to their relationship with their parents as a child. If this is you, if you're watching now and you're going through this situation, I'm here to tell you there's help for you. I've been there, I've struggled. That's why I do what I do, because I don't want you to go through the same things that I've gone through. I can help because I understand. Now, if I can go through that and come out the other side, if I can take my clients go through that and come out on the other side and get into great relationships, I can help you too. This is why I'm here. If you're in this situation, contact me. Give me a call, send me an email. All my details will be below. But in the meantime, get a piece of paper. Do that now, or even on your phone if you're not watching this on your phone. I want you to write down the pros and the cons of this relationship, because you want to get it clearer in your mind. And an easy way to do that is have things written down clearly. So on one side, the pros of this relationship. What am I getting out of this? On the other side, the cons. And see where you're at. Is it 50-50? Are there more cons than pros? Is it the other way around? Just see. And then decide what you need to do about it. Perhaps it requires a conversation. Maybe it means you leave the guy. And that, I know, can be incredibly difficult, especially if what you want is a relationship, a future and children, a marriage with him. Again, I'm here to help. Contact me. But for now, I wish you well. I want you to find love and stay in love.